It's Madden NFL 22, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Seahawks and the reigning NFC champs, and it comes your way next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 61 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's McCarthy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll run on first down. Fulton. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 55 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that? Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Wallace. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
Four yards to go on second down from the 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you'll love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. That completes it again to Metcalf. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, we'll take a look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now Jackson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Still 9 remaining on second down. Back to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. Wallace. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. To throw on second down. Wallace. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Football magazine a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Wallace. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Wallace throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Thomas. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Wallace. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're on a losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
7 yards to pick up there.
On 2nd down, Fulton. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And going to the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now. That's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Thomas has got it, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off play action. Wallace. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wallace. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. McCann's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they can come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with as good a rivalry as there's been the last decade or so. Baltimore playing host to their AFC North rivals, Pittsburgh. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense pushing the run game back on the first play of the third quarter.
But I don't think that means abandoning the run totally. Sometimes you just have to focus on execution, right? They always talk about players, not plays. Well, tell your players to block a little bit better, and maybe the ground game can get going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Wallace. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
To throw on 3rd down, Wallace. He gets it to Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Wallace. It's brought in by Harris. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wallace. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And a short pickup here as they're going to cross the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7th. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Wallace, and Thomas has it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they work this out past the 25.
Here we go. Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run again with Jackson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On On second down, this is Jackson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line is, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Let's go. That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, and it's incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
He's going to let it go again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Eagles on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Wallace. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Fulton. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start here with Jackson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Okay, buddy, I see brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Fulton. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
56 yards on the ground for him so far.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But if you got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down now. It's Leonard. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On third down, this is Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll set up a throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Philadelphia, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.